Jamborifikis, Michael Tay speaking here from AfricaFreak.com. As you probably know, I'm about to embark on a journey of a lifetime, so I thought I'd share with you some of the most important items to bring on your overlanding trip, since that's what I'm about to do. Okay, so first up is your travel documents. Obviously, without them you won't go very far. So you have your e-ticket or plane ticket. Then you have your travel voucher. Next up is your travel insurance, very important. Most companies actually ask you to show proof of your travel insurance, and they won't accept you if you don't do that. So make sure you have that with you. Also very important is your certificate of vaccination. There's actually a list of vaccinations to go through depending on the countries you travel to. So make sure you contact your doctor for that. But one of the most important ones you need to have for most countries is yellow fever. So make sure, I'm going to show you this right there. Make sure you have the yellow fever vaccine done, and then make sure you also have the stamp. And obviously have your passport ready as well. Next up is your equipment, such as binos and camera. Here's my camera. Can't see it properly, but basically it's a Sony camera, 10 by 50 binos. If you're interested, I'll provide a link for great resources I wrote about how to choose the best camera equipment and the best binos. Next up is your travel guides or books about wildlife and birds. The ones I recommend is the one by Clive Walker, Signs of the Wild, and then Birds of Southern Africa, which is also great, and it has great illustrations, etc. Okay, next up, a great towel. It's always handy. This one is really neat because it's, first of all, it's easy to pack, and it's made of microfiber, so it dries pretty quickly, and it's also great in terms of to prevent germs, etc. Then I have a sleeping bag, which is also very lightweight and pretty comfortable. And then I have a pillow, an inflatable pillow. That's just me, but I think it's always handy as well. Okay, next a water bottle, and that's really important as well because it will be pretty hot out there, so you need to stay hydrated at all times. Then you have a torch. I actually have two torches. One is a Technisub type, and what's really nice about this torch is that it can go underwater. And then you have a second one which is much smaller. Let me just grab it. Okay. But what's really nice about this one, first of all, the light that comes out is really good despite the size. And then secondly, it gets recharged with solar power, so that's really something you can consider as well. And then yeah, you have your Swiss Army knife, always handy to cut things, for instance, fruit and vegetable, etc., or just to go through vegetation. Anyway, okay. And then you have one thing that they recommend is to take a travel adapter. Most of the countries will go through actually use a 3-pin system, so this is the kind of adapter I've got. There's a lot of different types of adapters on the market, so you can Google it and I'm sure you'll find what you need. But what's nice about this one is that I can put two equipments at the same time, because there's two inputs right here, left and right. Okay, then very important for the sun. Number one is your hat, and I have the hat, and it's called a rogue hat. And this is probably the best hat you can possibly buy if you're out in the bush and the sun is hitting hard. Really, really, really great. I love it, and I always take it with me from now on. Then you have sunscreen, obviously, at least 20, factor 20. Then you have a lip balm and sunglasses, Ray-Bans in my case. Okie dokes. Let's move on. Next up is mosquito repellent. Make sure you have one of those with you, especially early in the morning and late at night, after dark actually. Then I have another one, which is something called Rescue, and it's a gel, and it's really great for little blisters and small bruises. And then I have what they call Sunny Hand, and that's actually a disinfectant, and you don't need water to that. For that, you just need to apply it on your hands. So it's really, really great to have with you. Okay, Malarone for malaria. Always have those with you, and it's actually recommended to take one a day for the duration of the entire trip. And then imodium, you know what those are for. I won't get into that, but if you don't, it's for diarrhea. And then you have the first aid kit, always good to have, with tweezers, bandages, etc., etc. Next up is a money pouch. That's actually really important because something could always happen to you, so it's best to keep your money safe. And if you need to carry it around, make sure you have your pouch, which can be put inside your pair of trousers. And then you have a PackSafe series ProSafe, Travel Sentry approved. It's actually a combination padlock, and this type is actually great for the US as well. Let me zoom. It says here, ooh, can you see this? Okay, can be opened and relocked by US luggage inspectors. So it's good to have, because otherwise they might break into your luggage if they need to check something. Well, we're going to Africa, so it won't be necessary, but anyway, I thought I'd mention it. Okay, moving on. Shoes. Well, you know what those are for. Trekking shoes or shoes for walking, great for the bush, especially for insects and the little bugs that might annoy you. For ticks as well. Sandals, that's great as well, especially when you need to relax. Okay, let me remove that. And then I have a couple of things. One is a pocket hand wash. That's actually quite funny. I didn't expect to buy this, but then I saw it in one of the shops, and I thought, why not? Let me try those. So it's basically leaves, the dry leaves that you mix with water, and there's like 50 in one box, and apparently it works pretty well. So I'll try those and let you know how it went. You have the same for shampoo with conditioner, pocket version from Trek and Travel, body wash, carry-on compliant, so you can actually take this in your hand luggage, and then laundry wash, because obviously I'll need to do a bit of laundry as well. Okie dokes, I think I went through most of the stuff. Yep, looks alright to me. And last but not least is the type of luggage you'll need. And in this case, what I recommend you buy is a duffel bag. The one I bought is Easy Creek, but there's a lot of good ones out there. What's really important as well is to have the YKK type zips, because they're really resistant, and if you put a padlock, it will be way more difficult for people to get into your bag if they want to. Obviously, if they really want to, they can always do it, but they're pretty tough, so I recommend you use some of those. And then also get one of the day packs for everyday use. So yeah, I think I went through most of the stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll check you guys out and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye bye.